it's Lynette here, and I am joining you today with no makeup on because I am doing a collaboration with my good friend Monique. Her channel is Dutch Monique. If you haven't checked her out already, please go over and do so. She's got a fantastic channel and she's such a lovely, kind lady. We've been talking about doing a collaboration for a while, top of my hands, but we weren't actually sure what we were going to do. Then Monique had come up with this idea. She sent me this palette by a brand called Douglas Cosmetics, which I'd never heard of before. And they are from the Netherlands, which is her neck of the woods, which is why she's Dutch Monique, obviously. However, after I got it, I did see the brand in, I think it was TK Maxx, but I'd never seen it before. So I'm going to blind you in a moment. It's the Douglas Pink Nude palette. So she's got the larger version of this. So I say that word too often, and and she has picked out 4 colours, and I've swatched them on my hands. So they're Victorious, Gentle, Dive into Purple, and Cheers. But that's what the palette looks like there. And that's the colours there. I had planned to film this, by the way, when we still had a lot of natural light, and I mucked it up, completely mucked it up. It ended up looking really grungy, and I thought, why do I do that? So I wanted to start again. And I remember my son saying to me, you know, like, swatches. And I said, well, I think, you're probably looking at me thinking, why are you swatching? And he said, well, I think you're swatching because you're seeing which colours go together. And I thought, I've never actually thought of that before. The same when we were talking about dupes. And he said, yeah, it's duplicate. And I was like, oh, right. So we're really saying it's a copy. But, I've become so used to using the word dupe or dupe. It's such an American expression, isn't it? It's a dupe. A dupe. And he was like, yeah, it just means a duplicate. And I was like, so it does. Yeah, so basically when I talk about dupes, I'm talking about copies of palettes that look the same. So anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. My head's all over the place. I've had a day off today and I've had such a relaxing day. I went into the bath, I took my book, I picked up from Aldi. It was like a big bar of chocolate, but it was for in the bath, so you broke off bits of it, and I put half of that in the bath, and actually it just left my skin feeling lovely. It wasn't like a regular bath kind of balm or fizzer or whatever. It actually made the water feel really nice and soft, so I really enjoyed that. I put the Philip Kingsley elasticizer in my hair, which is a pre-treatment, and I find I'm better doing that when I'm in the bath. I can rinse it off with a shower head or whatever, rather than wetting my hair, putting it on, getting out the shower, waiting 20 minutes, so I did it while I was in the bath, so it was quite nice. I also put on a face mask and feel thoroughly pampered, so I thought I'll come and I'll film this look, but I just completely mucked it up, got it wrong, and I thought, come back, don't let that put you off, come back. Swatch colours, have a wee look at what it is you think you're wanting to do. Now, I think what kind of threw me a little bit was that there's more shimmers than there are mattes in the palette, and now 2 of the colours are definitely shimmers, and one I think might be what you call a foil. Now, I'm not actually 100% sure of that. And I initially put this one, and then this one on my crease, and this one, I used this as a transition shade and this one on my crease, and it was just too dark. So I think I am going to use this as a nice little transition shade, this in the corner, this on the eyelid, and this on the inside of the lid. Now, wish me luck. So I've spent 4 minutes blethering. I've got no idea what Monique has done. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. I am loving trying a different palette. I think she sent me this for Christmas time or my birthday. She's so kind. It was all wrapped up and everything, and I couldn't find it. I panicked. I thought, I can't find a palette. I searched everywhere, and then I found it. I popped it in this little gorgeous makeup bag. I think I got the Tarte set in that, so I popped it in there. So kind of like panic over, because I don't want to go back and say I can't find a palette, but I found it. So anyway, I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to go in with Gentle as a transition shade, then the Dive into Purple just on the outer edges. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, so wish me luck. I'm just going to use the mirror that's in the palette, because as always, the mirror that I bought specifically for the channel is somewhere else. Don't know where it is. I hope you guys are all well and not I'm kind of going a bit lockdown crazy. I know that my anxiety has gone through the roof throughout lockdown, and it's not a nice feeling, but I think it's just not leaving the house. It's just not kind of seeing friends and family, and we've lost a few colleagues and friends. It's just been quite a difficult time, and I don't know if you've ever done a Zoom funeral, but it's lovely to be able to be part of the ceremony, but you don't have that relief that you would get after the funeral because you're just sitting looking at your screen, kind of feeling a bit dazed and confused, I think. So my friend had said to me, she's had quite a few as well, just everything that's going on at the moment. So she had said to me, when she finishes the Zoom funerals, sorry, what depressing thought, she goes out for a walk. My husband had one today, which is probably why it's on my mind. His friend's father passed away, and it just, it's so hard, isn't it? You just want to be with people and to comfort them, or just even to give them a kind of rub their arm and say it's going to be, I'm here. And by the time I finish work as well, I'm not really one for phoning people. If you know me, you know that. And after work, I really just don't want to do any more video conferences, video calls, Zoom, whatever it is. So I've put the gentle into the transition. Do you know what? My skills are not the best, to be honest with you. I used the same trio for about 15 years of colour. Really nice one, Bourgeois. But it was the same 3 colours. And I never ever went, high. So, charmed wench. Marie keep telling me, you've got loads of eyelid to use it. Go a bit higher up. So I'm trying. Her looks are amazing. If you don't follow Marie, Charmed Wench, I suggest you do, and actually get over to her Instagram page. She does reels on there, and she sometimes puts them on. I'd said to her, can I put them on YouTube, this new shorts thing? She sometimes puts them on there, but her makeup skills are amazing. Honestly, they are something else. They're not just putting makeup on. She does I just don't know how to describe it. Like at Halloween, she'll do the special effects, which are out of this world. And she also does these really funky makeup looks, and she does them to different music and things. And on Insta, it's a reel. And the reels are honestly out of this world. I said to her, get herself on TikTok, but I think Insta, Facebook, and YouTube might be enough in getting onto TikTok. I just go on TikTok, by the way, to look at pictures of like funny dogs and stuff. You send me as many TikToks of funny dogs as you want. Right, what am I doing now? I think I'm going to go into the I'm going to go into the cheers and put the cheers on my eyelid. See how I get on with that. Now these colours are all similar, so I'm just using the same brush, which is the one I got with the Tarte set. My good pal Tracy gave me, I've not tried it yet, it's a brush cleaner, but it's to use in between, so you don't have to go away and clean your brushes. You just rub it on this pad and it cleans it, so you can use the same brush when you're doing your looks and things without swapping it out, and especially if you're doing a look that's got a lot of colour. So I don't want all my brushes to be red, so it just sticks it to the one kind of brush. So I've not tried that, but I might do a video on it. She's always sending me stuff that's really different. One of them was this sponge, but it's full. Is it a spongella or something? I've never seen it before in my life. And she's also got me onto FabFitFun. I've always wanted to go onto it, but I've never understood it. I know that sounds really dense, but with FabFitFun, I think you need to go onto it. I found that I needed to sign up to see what it was that I wanted. And it's going to be due soon. It's a winter box, so I know everybody else is ordering their spring boxes, but there was a blanket in it that I really, really wanted, and a couple of mugs, so I really can't wait to get it. But I'll let you know all about that. And one of my YouTube friends is it Catherine McCarthy? I'm going to get their name wrong. She does the add-ons and videos like that just to let you know what's coming. And obviously they ship from America over to the UK, which is amazing. I wish more American brands would do it, but they get their boxes before us. But you get to pick more items if you're an annual member. However, I'll probably save up and then do that rather than put it on a credit card or whatever. I don't have any credit cards because I binned them. Because I have zero impulse control. I didn't bin them, I cut them up. I kept one, but then I didn't use it. So they kind of got in touch and said, look, if you don't use this, we'll take it off you. So I just thought, oh, take it off me. So I'm using the Victorious in the middle. A nice amount of kind of shimmer. I am going to have to tidy everything up, and then I'm going to go into the deep dive into purple. I actually think that when you're doing a makeup look, you know, sometimes it looks rubbish until you put the eyeliner on and your mascara and things, and you know, get rid of all the bits on your face. So I'm not really worrying about it. I'm going into the dive into purple, but I'm going to try and not go grungy. And if you know me, I've got this terrible habit of going grungy and going too dark. I'm just kind of trying to keep it in the outer corner and bring it slightly down the crease without going too heavy with it. Now the colours are all very, very similar. So the dive into purple is quite good at breaking up the two kind of colours. So I will need to tidy it up and come back. I mean, this is not a look for bobbing into Sainsbury's, but really nice to play with something different, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to go off and tidy it up, and I will come back and hopefully have transformed the look. I'll see you soon. So I've gone off camera, as you can see, and I have applied the finishing touches to my makeup. I used the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Only took a couple of coats. This stuff's amazing. I don't know why I haven't used it more. I kind of wanted to keep the lipstick quite nice and pink, so I used this gorgeous stuff by Be Kinder that I picked up in, was it a Birchbox? And it kind of looks this kind of purpley shade. There we go, put on the lips. It kind of supposed to change, I think, to match your PhD. What I love about it though is the packaging. It's not plastic, it's cardboard, and it's recyclable. And I just think every brand should kind of think about what they're doing a bit more. So yep, I do love the brand. I will investigate and see if they've got any more colours, but it doesn't last very long because it's kind of glossy. But it's really pretty, I like it. I wanted to stick kind of with the pink theme, so I used the Maybelline a blush palette. So it's colour and highlighter kit. So I actually mixed these two colours together, so I don't need to put highlighter on because there's highlighter in my cheeks. It's maybe wrong, as I said, I've got no clue what I'm doing. And I used a little bit of the Primark Contour and Highlight Brow just to define my eyebrows. Don't look too closely because they're really fair, but you can see where they need to kind of be plucked. I'll try, but I do need to get them done as soon as we kind of can. What else did I use? Oh yeah, this is gorgeous. I just hope it doesn't run out. It's the I think it's AT OMG eyeliner. It is gorgeous. I was using number 7 Stay Precise, and it's a felt tip liner in brown, which I did like, but it kind of fades after. So you can pop it on one eye and it kind of can fade a bit, but that's nice if you're wanting quite a subtle look. But I wanted something really dark, and I put a little bit of the gold from this palette here. I used a little bit of the Victoria's under my eyelids, but the brush that I had used had actually been into the deep dive purple, so it's quite dark under one eye than it is under the other. So yep, I think I've managed to get some definition of the colours. As I say, I probably would have used the Tender as a transition-y shade, but you know, I was quite happy using the Gentle. So this has been quite good fun. It's kind of pushed me a wee bit out of my comfort zone, using colours that I haven't actually picked. They're all really pretty colours, to be honest with you, but it was just trying to get that definition without going too kind of like grungy. However, I think putting the black eyeliner on and the mascara, so there we go. As I say, I am not trying to give anybody a tutorial, as my son calls it, a tutorial on how to do makeup. This is just a wee bit of fun, to be honest with you. I've used 3 shades my whole life virtually, so I don't know why I'm so obsessed with eyeshadow, because I stick to the same colours. I will show you. Now, I binned a Revolution palette that I'd had in my makeup bag for years, but I had another one that was very similar to it, and this is the one that gets used every day. You can see the 3 colours that I used the most. I have been trying to kind of hit out and use some different colours, but yeah, I've almost panned that to the point that it will need to go in the bin. But when you consider the kind of palettes that I have in my collection, the fact that I go back to the same one probably tells me I should stop buying all those palettes, because I never use them. And to be honest with you, I really think this is quite a pretty look, and you know, kind of Valentine's Day and everything's coming up, and it's not a look I would have done. I'd have stuck with my browns. I'm not gonna lie, but no, I really enjoyed it. The first time I tried to create the look, I just had to go and wash it all off because it was just too dark, it just wasn't doing anything for me. But with this one, I wasn't feeling it, but I thought, get your mascara on, get your eyeliner on, and actually I think it's come together quite nicely. So thank you for joining me, and this has been really good fun, kind of playing with makeup, as it were, and kind of getting out of my comfort zone a little bit, using a palette and using colours that, you know, I would not use altogether. So thank you, Monique, for picking those 4 colours, and thank you for doing this collaboration with me. And if you're still here watching, thank you very much. It means the world to me. You might see when I'm in other people's comments, I'll say, you know, great video, full watch and like. I watch everybody's videos to the end, but sometimes when I'm working, I'll just play the video and I'll let them know that I've watched it all in full, because I don't have the time to sit down and watch everybody's videos. It's quite rare that you know, if I've got no meetings on, I'll play them and I'm listening to them, and it's really enjoyable. You know, you keep me company, guys. All my YouTubers out there, you are keeping me company during the lockdown. But sometimes if I've got meetings, I'll still play the video to try and get through the other people that I try and support. But Monique is one of these ladies who always comes to support me, and I always go to support her back, and that means a lot. You know, you guys might think, oh, just another video, but when you come and you watch and you comment, it means the absolute world to us. And I love people that, even if you just watch and you don't comment, you know, I love it when I see new names in the comments and they've said, I've been watching you for a wee while. So I'm gonna have to switch off the camera because the mascara has gone in my eyes and it's threatening to run. So thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye, guys.